How do you store your zip ties or cable ties? I have great piles of them here, and I need a better way of storing them, of making them available for use. I've got a few ideas and I thought I might share them. How this came about is that I needed to redo the storage situation in the workshop. I've recently upgraded my somewhat smaller mechanics roller cabinet to a much larger one. I had to do some work on an excavator hydraulics just recently, and there's a special tool that I needed. I couldn't find the jolly thing for quite a while, and I thought to myself, I've got to do better than this, and I need to have all the mechanics tools sitting in one place, and that's what I did. So what I ended up doing was getting a much bigger roller cabinet from my favourite tool shop, Trade Tools, and it's got a nice set of drawers, and I can put all my tools that I need for fixing mechanical things all in the one cabinet. If you watched my videos before, you will have known that the space that it's sitting in was occupied by a big grey storage cabinet. I moved that to another little workshop I have, and I needed to deal with some things that needed to stay in the workshop. And there are a lot of things in that cabinet that didn't need to stay in the workshop. So the cabinet went, and I was left with situations like a great pile of zip ties or cable ties that I need a better storage method for. I don't really want to have them in a drawer because I want to be able to get at them if I need them, to take them out onto the work slab if I'm working on something where I need to do a lot of zip tying or cable tying. So that's the problem. I decided that when I moved the cabinet, I needed to retain these in the workshop, and I thought to myself, I'll leave them on the bench here to remind me that I need a better way of storing them, and it would be really good to have them separated and in a fashion that I could easily pick the ones that I wanted. So both a storage solution and a arrangement of the zip ties so that I could pick the one that I needed at the time. So what I've thought about is a series of tubes to hold them, but therein lies the problem of just how will I fix those tubes in place. My name is Bob, and welcome to yet another episode on the White Dog Garage YouTube channel. I hit on the idea of gluing the tube in a hole with a diameter not much bigger than that of the tube. I used the compound miter saw to cut a test length of PVC pipe, and then using a hole saw with a diameter not much bigger than that of the PVC pipe, I drilled one hole in a piece of ply. So the idea I've come up with is I have drilled a hole with a hole saw in this piece of 18mm, almost 3/4 of an inch thick ply, and I've cut a length of 50mm, it's about 56mm in outer diameter PVC pipe, and that will sit in here like so, and then I will have the zip ties sitting in there, and I'll just be able to pull one out as I need it, and that's my idea. What I need to think about now is how I'm going to structure the various heights or the various lengths of pipe so that I can easily get at the zip tie of length and thickness that I need. Having decided I needed 15 tubes to hold the collection of zip ties, I laid out a rectangular pattern of 5 by 3 holes, As the frame for the tubes, I am using a length of 234mm or about 9 3/16 of an inch wide by 18mm thick or about 3/4 of an inch pine board. The external diameter of the pipe is 56mm and I'm using a 57mm or 2 1/4 inch diameter hole saw to cut the holes. I find to get a neater cut in wood by running the hole saw down to about halfway through, then turning the piece over and cutting the hole through from the underside. I started off clamping the piece to the bench drill for each hole, but after a while I threw caution to the wind and just held the wood in my hand. One of the things I hate about using hole saws is the effort required to remove the donut after you've cut the holes through. I started by using the screwdriver and a hammer to force the donut down. In the end, I found the best method was to use a pair of multi-grips to grasp the donut edge and then wind it down along the twist drill centre. Hit me up in the comments if you've got a better way of doing it. I'd really like to hear about it. With the wood frame drilled out, I evened up the length so the clearance for the holes was the same on both sides. I then proceeded to cut the 50mm or about 2 inch PVC pipe into various lengths needed to hold the range of zip ties. I find the compound miter saw does a nice clean cut, and if you're interested, I'm using a 60 tooth blade in the saw. So after all the cutting out, I've got my series of holes. I have cut another sheet to go underneath, and I have all my tubes ready to accept the zip ties. So they go like that. Ends up looking like a bit of a pipe organ. That's alright. So they'll sit this style of thing and be easy to grab. And I picked up a couple of handles. If you've watched my video on rejigging my motorcycle lift table, then you'll know that these came off the jack that I repurposed, and I thought, yes, I will grab them, and they can be handles on either end for lifting it, carrying it around. I will be gluing and screwing the base to the pipe frame. To avoid placing screws where the pipes will sit, I first mark the positions of the tube holes on the base before drilling holes for the screw positions. I then place glue on the bottom of the pipe frame so as to avoid the holes, and then screwed the base to the frame. Finally, I used a block plane to trim the base to match the pipe frame. I'm drilling the bolt holes to mount the handles using an 8.5mm twist drill. I follow this by recessing the underside of the hole to hold the bolt heads out of the way using a 5/8 inch Forstner bit. To glue the pipe pieces to the tray frame, I'm using a Fixtech product, Fix 190HT. It is both a sealant and adhesive and delivers a very strong paintable bond between pine board and PVC. All painted up, it's ready to be filled. A sharp set of side cutters completes the layout. So what do you think? I'm pretty happy with it. I did wonder about tilting it forward, but I decided not to, but I could always do that at a later date. See how it works out in practice. If you've got a better idea, well, hit me up in the comments. I'm always open to suggestions. And with that, I'd say thank you for watching, and I look forward to talking to you on another episode on the White Dog Garage YouTube channel. Bye!